And we are back. Welcome to my prediction for the final of the Asian Cup. And you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the fixture. Because if you'd have told me at the start of this tournament that this final would be competed by two Middle Eastern sides, I probably wouldn't have believed you. You may have been able to make an argument for if it was Saudi Arabia against Iran, but certainly not Jordan and Qatar. I mean, fair play to Qatar. They won the tournament last time it was played, and they are looking to go back-to-back in their home country. And look, like I say, it's been an incredible journey for both of these teams. I think, like most other people, everyone expected at least one of Japan or South Korea to be competing in this final, if not the two sides competing against each other. But no, it is Jordan and it is Qatar that have made it into the final of Qatar 2023/24. And this is the Asian Cup final. Now, obviously, before we get into the prediction itself, a massive thank you to everyone that has watched along over the course of the last few weeks with this series. And best believe we have still got one more video coming for you tomorrow, which will, of course, be the final of the African Cup of Nations. I have been doing this as a joint series across both tournaments. But if you haven't done so already, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here so you don't miss my prediction for the AFCON final taking place tomorrow. And let's talk about the match itself then. Like I say, it is Jordan taking on Qatar, 3 p.m. kickoff UK time. That is where I am recording this from. And look, it's a really, really tight game to call because you've got to look at how these two sides have got here. Jordan have got through the semi-finals and the quarter-finals against really good opposition without conceding a single goal. Qatar had gone through the entire tournament themselves, barely conceding a single goal. They conceded to Uzbekistan, then won on penalties, and then against an incredible attacking lineup in Iran, were able to beat them 3-2. So it makes it a really, really tight game to call. Both sides have been so good defensively in this tournament. I just think Qatar edge it in terms of offense. They've scored more goals and they've got more goals at crucial times. But like I say, have they come up against a defence as strong as Jordan? And are Jordan going to be able to keep Qatar out? The only other things that go in Qatar's favour for this match. Firstly, they're the higher ranked side going into it. So on paper, player for player, you would expect Qatar to win this match, especially if it was on a neutral ground. However, this is where you then have to go that step further and say that this is not on neutral ground. Qatar are at home. It is their home tournament. They are going to have all of the fans behind them going into this one. It is a massive, massive moment for them. Can they deliver the Asian Cup in their home country? I think they are. I think it's going to be a really, really tight game. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Qatar, and that is within 90 minutes. I definitely think this has the potential of being potentially even a 0-0 all the way through to extra time, but more likely a 1-1 draw going into extra time with Qatar then edging it in extra time. However, I just think it's going to be a little bit too much. This is a new experience for all of the Jordan players, and obviously Qatar won the Asian Cup last time it was played, so they've got that experience of winning the previous tournament as well. I just think there are too many things pointing in Qatar's favour for this one, so that is what I'm going to go for. Qatar to be back-to-back Asian Cup champions. Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comment section below. There is, of course, one other game being played in the remit of this series I've done so far, so it's probably only fair that we have a very brief discussion about that match as well. It is, of course, being played between South Africa and DR Congo. To be honest, I don't really know how much these sides care about a bronze medal match in AFCON. I've never really followed the African Cup of Nations properly until this year, and what a tournament it's been. So I don't really know how these sides approach bronze medal matches. So personally, I would change the entire team, give the players that haven't had an opportunity to kick a ball so far in this tournament their moment to have game time. But I have to go into this prediction with the assumption that both teams are going to play their first teams because they're going to want to win the bronze medal. I don't know if it has ramifications for maybe like World Cup qualification, AFCON qualification next time around. I genuinely don't know. So I'm going to approach this as if both sides are going in full strength. And from what I've seen of this tournament, I'm going to go in favour of South Africa, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for South Africa. So those are my thoughts for the bronze medal match when it comes to AFCON. But like I say, we'll move back to the Asian Cup prediction because that is obviously what this video is all about. There it is, Qatar to beat Jordan and become Asian Cup champions once again. Thank you very much for watching. Like I say, this is not the final video of this series. Tomorrow morning, we will be talking about the African Cup of Nations final. So make sure you stick around to find out what I'm going to be going for in that one. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you there.